time. It's 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 time. Let's rock.
Yeah, police say that this man kidnapped a passenger when he rerouted a ride, but that's not all.
It's time.
Is anybody up here? Welcome. 2085, 2085 it is. Just me up here, I guess. The magic of the moment snuck up on me, caught me by surprise.
It's only been 6 months, and I'm telling you, I said, God, I don't want to seem selfish to your word. Continue to use me. Yeah. I want you to speak. I want all you women to know that baby God is amazing. Yeah.
And he gave me that. He gave me a restructure. He gave me a restoration. And he let me leave with the best part of me, which is what makes me special.
And it just got to a point where my prayer was, please, by the time I am like in my good 30s, place me somewhere where I am happy and I'm like unlimited potential.
One back, I'll walk through the sun for you. 'Cause there's something.
Why you jump? Oh my goodness.
That was a hard
What's it? Maybe she make us the kid hasn't been here for a while. That's what it was.
That was
hard?
action.
Was it? My bad.
That was definitely action.
We won't, okay?
We gonna keep it rolling.
We are.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Political Experience.
What's up?
Man, listen, I'm extremely excited about the episode because it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shouts to Miss Dixon. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming on, and we appreciate you coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Y'all know we got Miss Brittany.
Hey, y'all.
We got Nakia. We got Steve in the back. We got Michelle Louise over in the corner over there. And so let me ask you this, Miss Dixon. I'm calling Miss Dixon if you don't mind. You know, Cleveland born and raised?
No.
No.
Born in Detroit, raised in Cleveland. So I was born in Detroit, East Side, Mack Avenue, till I was about 3, and then my parents moved here.
Okay.
So I'm raised here, from 103rd and Cedar, exactly. Till I was 14, then west side of Cleveland on Denison 97th.
Okay.
Then Parma,
that area,
and then from there Columbus and back. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm Cleveland bred though.
Cleveland bred. That's right. That's right.
All of my hustle, all my hard work, ambition, it comes from being in Cleveland. But not just any
what
part,
we
but
do.
the streets. So you know what I mean. So
That's
like
what we
just
do.
growing up in the hood, gave me a thicker skin. So Cleveland bred for sure. Not born, but it's okay. Detroit's our cousin. We love Detroit.
You live in Detroit. Shout out to Detroit.
We do.
Shout out to Detroit. So with that being said, growing up in Cleveland, right?
Yes.
High school.
Yes.
Were you? Because everyone knows that more announcements. Was that you? Did I? No. More announcements like, okay, guys, today is so.
Oh
forth.
no.
No,
We
no.
didn't have that. PA
Oh, okay.
system. No.
Okay.
I was the nerd. So I'm very book smart, very intellectual, but nobody really knows that because I'm goofy in real life anyway.
Okay.
So, but I graduated in my class number 8. I could have been number 1, but I was already working at White Castle making money, a track star. So I didn't care to be number 1 because I was like, I'm not working that hard with books. I had money, and so I just shop. So I had a problem with I was the shift manager at 17, bossing around grown people, and I was making $300 a week. So
Back then that was money.
Back there was
That was
money. I was
Yeah.
08, so that would be
can
that
shop, for
18-year-old.
sure.
I'm like, oh, this is paper. So I would always buy, shoes, clothes online, order. I used to keep my hair done with this nice weaving, and then be like, "Ma, I need some money because I spent my whole check." So,
Oh my God, that's a
yeah,
story.
yes. I was like, this is crazy, but yeah, I was the nerd in school, very smart. I was the one who I never got picked on in school, but my whole life I was a straight A student. So I always had honors, always had excellence, always had, that was just my thing. But no, I was not talking. I was very quiet in school. I didn't speak much, but I didn't even get a voice until probably I was, I don't know, maybe after, I knew what I wanted, but it was when I was 18. I went to Cleveland State. I was going to be a sports manager, sports agent, because I love football, I love basketball, and I didn't like college. I couldn't stand having to study these books that would not put me in my position of what I wanted. And I was like, this is not taking me to what I want to do. This is giving me, geometry about rocks. I don't want to learn about this. I'm going to go be over here on this side with my book and be cute with a pen and write and, take notes. But so my mother was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. I was sitting down watching Roxy and Terrence on BET.
Shout out. Okay, come on now.
Yeah, so from there, I said, I want her job. I said, I want what she's doing. So my mom said, go to school for it. And from there, I went to broadcasting school, higher media school for Rockside. Come on now. Finished that. From there, I worked at Radio Disney. Not making much money, but I was my foot was in the door with that company and doing promotions. I would walk past their actual studio and be like, I want to do that one day, talk. And but it just didn't happen that way, right? So from there, I ended up quitting because there was no money. Worked at a factory for a couple of years, making good money. Before there was podcasting, they had internet radio that I used to do. That was a network. It was called Since 1974 Radio. You could still Google it and go back to the old episodes when I had red hair. And we would bring in people from out of town who were artists and we would interview them. But mind you, my mind wasn't on any of this and I still was just trying to get my path or whatever. But I would work that for free on weekends. So I ended up having my first son, doing this at the factory. And I got tired of factory work because it was hurting my fingers. I would make a blender and control boards. And it was good money, but I would get a cut here, cut here, cut here. And I'm like, this is not my life. I really want to go do radio. Long story short, 2015, I took a leap, and Harley Boy, who is still not there at Radio 1 now, he was like, apply for the station. It was April, and he was like, apply, you should work here. You hosting already in Youngstown, hosting in Warren, you hosting downtown. So I already was making a brand. Didn't know it was a brand, but you just doing stuff because it's like I'm just trying to get in. Yeah. So I didn't know I even had a brand or it was even IEG had just came out and I'm already on there making up workout videos and dancing musically. So I already had a following. So I'm just like doing my own little, I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something.
Right, you doing something.
I didn't know what I was doing, but I was doing something. And so from there, I got hired at Radio 1 in June because of my perseverance. Still didn't have a voice yet, but just was like, if I can get my foot in the door, I'm cool with that. So from there, I remember this very day because I was nervous about, asking should I go pull down on the boss because he had an event to be at. It was Kate Knight's birthday party at Anatomy. This was back in 2015. So from there, was it 2015? Yeah, it was. Wow.
Right.
So,
time flying past, right?
Yeah, I'm like, what years? How old am I now? I'm old. I'm getting up there. And so from there, my son father was like, you should just go, because I had been emailing and calling phones and calling the front desk. You know how they say consistent and persevere, push through. And so you believe in what they tell you, but you're not really knowing. So I'm just like, he's not calling back. I ain't got no interview yet. I got a great resume. And Harley Boy works there. He's telling him hey, you should hire my friend, whatever. And my son probably said, go out to the party and go, pull down on him or whatever. And I was like, nah, it probably ain't gonna work. He probably ain't gonna come and show up. I don't think so. He said, go. And so I got my best friend. I said, we're gonna go down here. We go down to Anatomy. There is a big party for Miss Juicy, baby. She was there. And I knew her from Ricky Smiley Morning Show, but I didn't know her. But I seen her and she dancing, so I'm just kicking in with her. When I had first walked in, I told Kate, I asked him, I said, where is Bill Black? And he was like, he not here yet. I said, all right, for sure. But Kate asked me who I was while I was hosting in the city. And so from there, I forgot why I was even there. Me and Juicy just dancing. I done had wine that I'm cool on right now because we was kicking it so hard. And I told Bill Black, she looking for you. And he like, I don't know that girl. He like, what she asked about you? He like, well, I don't know her. So at some point, he tapped my shoulder and I'm still on the floor dancing. And he goes, looking for Bill Black. And I said, hi, I'm Micah. I've been calling your phone. You need to hire me. And he was like, oh. called? I'm like, yeah. And so from there,
It was the one.
yeah. No.
Liquid courage. See?
I'm like, you need to hire me.
said
I'm
the
tired.
right
I've been
thing.
calling, at noon for lunch break, asking for interviews. So from there, I got the phone interview and got hired. But that was my story. So I still didn't have a voice. Got in the door with Radio 1. From there, it took me just having people don't like to do this now, but work for free. Sometimes to do things that, they aren't willing to do to get yourself in that kind of position. So, for instance, if a full-timer will call off, they couldn't show up somewhere, I don't gotta get the check, but I'm trying to become what they already are.
Right.
If they needed, drops for videos or whatever, I'm going downtown just to go record you guys. Like, hey, Z179 recording, just showing my face, stepping up, stepping out. And again, I already had a brand, didn't know it, but I'm using that as like, hey, I'm from Cedar, I'm on the radio, y'all. But I work here now, and they like, oh, she worked there. So from there, I was like, hyped up. I then got a late night show on air from 12 a.m. to 6 in the morning. Nobody ever saw me, but you would hear me. Third shifters would hear me. From there, I took that little show. It's not little, but I took that and made it a graphic and made it to a whole big thing. Like, I'm up with you at night while you working and clocking in that money. Me too. Really was sleep, though. Really was sleep. But you couldn't tell me I was, because I had the show rocking for them. So they'd be like, oh, I listen to you at night. That'd be me in the truck. I'd be honking my horn and all this. And I'm like, yeah, for sure. So through all of that, I ended up going to work in Columbus, Ohio. My very first gig was to move out of the city and go get me some money because radio doesn't pay much. They don't tell you that. It looks glamorous and glitzy, and it can be if you have if you're marketable and you have the hustle. Mind you, I'm from the streets. I know how to hustle. So from there, I took the same hustle from the streets and I applied it to radio, and I would just go hustle, make my own money. But I got my first gig in Columbus, so I moved and started making this great money, y'all. Paid paper, right? And I blew through it because I didn't know no better. But I already had been doing that since I was 18.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, through all of that, I now have a voice that I use on air weekdays 10 till 3, Z1079 in Cleveland, on my podcast, the Micah Dixon podcast, and of course through Micah's group chat where I speak. And here we are. I'm the pull-up experience.
I'm glad that you spoke about blowing through the money because a lot of people, they don't want to admit that, you don't know everything. When you're jumping out here and you're following your dreams or your business or whatever you're getting into, you don't know everything. And you get that money and you don't know how to budget it. You don't know the business part about business. You don't know you're supposed to save. You don't know you're supposed to make sure that this is a continuation on and you have something to fall back on. A lot of people don't know that. So it's enlightening to hear you say, I blew through the money. I didn't know what I was doing. But you learn from your mistake and now you're moving forward and you know because of your mistake. So I appreciate that.
I just told God that when I was coming here because now I got my credit back booming because I had great credit. But at a certain point, I think when COVID had happened, my check got cut in half. Didn't lose my job, but checks was cut. My credit went crazy. I had to file for bankruptcy. And so from there, I was like, this is crazy because I was up and I was doing good. And it's always like when you get up and do good, it's like slice. And it's like, what is happening? But I got my credit back decent, almost back to my 700 something that I had. And I was like, today when I was coming here, I said, Lord, I got credit cards again. Thank you. Like, because I know how to work them. I know how to have credit utilization about not going above the 3%. Like, you don't need it to be going through. And you know what the problem is, too? We have this emotional attachment to money that we do for like, oh, I'm getting tomorrow, so I'm going to spend it. That was my issue. I'm going to get tomorrow, I'm going, which I still probably do that sometimes. I ain't saying I got it all right, but I know what my red flags with money is. Like, all right, Micah, you don't got to shop for that. But it's so cute. You don't have that. Do you need it? Or do you want it? Well, okay, I want it, so don't get it. You know what I mean? So, I'm thankful to be back in position now because it's easy to go up so high so fast and then get chopped down and lose it and not be prepared for that. So, yeah.
People need to hear that. People need to hear that. That's being real.
It happens.
That's being real, for sure. For sure.
It's all good, though.
So I'm going to be selfish, okay, if y'all don't mind. Not often we have a person who does this for a living. I love asking the interviewer questions, And like I was telling you off camera, I think it's a skill set to be a personality, first of all, right? But then, because people can be a personality, but not have the acumen to know how to ask questions, when to let the guest speak or whatnot. You are a master at that. I'm just saying. I'm gonna give you flowers while we're here or whatnot. How do you? How do you develop the skill set to do that or whatnot? Because a lot of people, we've seen them for years, and they have the, how I say it, people love seeing them speak over people, let them be loud, I guess stuff. I don't like that. But once again, how did you develop that skill set?
I had a mentor. My guy now, he always teaches. He's a coach. He's a sales teacher, but one of his things is get a mentor and shut up.
Ooh.
So people now have mics, but they don't have any type of teaching or guidance. And it's easy to sit here and be like, crack the mic and ask a question. Da, 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 da. You don't know because nobody ever taught you that. So for me, I had a mentor that would teach me. He would watch my interviews and give me proper etiquette. Because I always be like, yeah, because I'm listening. So I'm always saying, yeah, but I'm hearing you, but you can hear me saying, yeah. And the mic was like, so now in my head, I'm like, but I still want to be like, yeah. But I'm like, because I remember he told me, like, don't do that. Be quiet. And so now when
You're my coach.
Yeah.
I do. I be like, Brandon, if you say one more time, one more, that's his That's his It is. It's hard because you're getting the information.
You're
and
so
you're
used to it. And it's like, not my head is just like, because I'm hearing you, but I can't say yeah, and I can't because I know it's going to pick up on that mic. Or if my mic is potted down, then I'm like, I get it. I was there, But if it's up, I can't do that. But having a mentor helped me a lot. That it gives you a guide. They already walked through what you're about to walk through, and so it's one thing to walk through something not have nobody helping you with it, and you're on your own and you're hitting all these different barriers. But when someone already did it and you're behind them and they're guiding you through it, you're able to catch that, and that helped my skill set out a lot. It wasn't just a me thing and catching it. It was him like, hey, this is wrong. Don't do this again. Try this next time. That was cool, but no. So even now, my dude, he critiques me on. He's gonna watch this and be like, okay, But I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because
that's coming from love.
Yeah,
That's
the things
somebody
I don't
who
see,
supports you and wants you to
and
be better. Yes, absolutely.
Get a mentor and shut up. I don't care if it's business building. I don't care if it's personal development, whatever you're seeking and trying to get into. You don't know about it. Even if you want to be, building an app. Get a mentor and shut up. You don't know because you haven't done it, but somebody that has done it, you want to hear from this. So yeah,
that's great advice right there.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. With that being said, how do you handle? Because we had a array of guests, and then we had those, I can say I fanboyed out, but I have, How do you handle having certain guests on that you like, oh no, that's so and so or whatnot, like, or how you got used to it by now? Does it even faze you anymore?
It does not faze me. Because before I was on radio, I already knew celebrities. So I never really cared for this whole celebrity thing because there's just people like us with just like a lot of money. If they even got money. Because again, they can look like they got money. But someone else, no shade, don't be having no money. A lot of people that got the money don't even be celebrity. They be the ones getting the bag you never see or hear about them. They don't have a social media account. They be out the way. You be like, dang, he got that bag or she got that bag. You wouldn't even know. So I never had that. I'm thankful I never had that like, oh my God, choke. If it was Michael Jackson, though, yeah, I'm going to cry for sure. But he passed before I could even meet him. Now probably is if I get to talk to Rihanna or Dave Chappelle, I'm like, for me, that's I made it moment. Is Dave Chappelle for me is a very intellectual man. He's also like my godfather. So I'd be like, when he speaks, I'd be like, I listen. And when she speaks, I listen. But I never really had that fanboy moment because it just wasn't, my thing. So even when I meet celebs now, it's like, they're like my bros or my sis, like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? You a person like me. What makes you better than me? You know what I mean? Like, we both human. Both gonna have to pass one day. Yeah, come on, so man. It's like, that's good. Respect for you, respect for me. And that's just what it is. I don't care if you're the president or the janitor, I'm treating you the same. That's just what it is.
No, that's great advice and whatnot. And like I said, and this, I remember Obama said, he said, you get in these rooms with people and you think one thing, and you see them actually like, oh, you're just like me.
Yes. They got emotions, they got temperaments, they got kids, they got life problems like you. That's just it. We just can't keep idolizing people, and that's the problem why we do be. No shade to anybody that is excited to meet someone, but like they put him on this pedestal, and so in that sense, that's already not godly, like to do. You know what I
Come
mean?
on now.
I gotta talk about. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh no, we're all for it. We're all for it. Yes, we are all for it.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
put people on these pedestals, and we're prepared to worship them and whatever they say we do. And it's like, man, at some point you gotta watch that because you so caught up in that person, like oh, well, get naked for me. Oh, fine, I'll do it. Like, nah. Like, God it should be our only God. He's the head. He's the lead. So. I'm thankful for having that with him because it keeps me from becoming a fanboy for a person who just another human who I should be praying for anyway, and not even looking at it in the sense of like or praising. You just want to watch that so you don't become the one that worships that person. So you have to be prepared for that too. So yeah.
That's good.
Again, Michael Jackson, I would have been like, Lord, I don't know, I'm sorry. But do you hear his voice?
Right. It is amazing.
You made him.
Absolutely.
Why would you give all these gifts? And I didn't get it.
And I also want to give you thoughts because once again, you are authentically yourself.
Yeah.
You can say that. There's a lot of people you be like, I don't know if that's really them or whatnot, but you are you.
Yeah.
How would you advise somebody to be authentically themselves in an industry where it's not okay to be yourself?
I would have to ask them how much do they love themselves. I think a lot of times people, and I can speak to that, and we're going to get deep because, there was often times where I didn't love Micah. And so for a long time, mind you, I grew up very nerdy. Well, not nerdy, but I was smart. So when I get into this world of entertainment, I was trying to find my way to fit into what the women were doing. I used to sex appeal, right? Sex sells, and at the time, substance wasn't it. Now, substance is it. Sex is like,
Man, substance is everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but when you're in, you're around a society of people who live a certain way, and it's not what you do. You want to fit in and become like what they do just to be closer to them. That's what they do. So for a long time, I was trying to fit in with these people, and I was just like, at a certain point, I was like, this is not me. It's not me. And it's like, well, do you even like Micah? And it's like, well, who is Micah? And it's like, okay, let me self-reflect. Let me, get into, things that have happened to me and what I've gone through and what I've overcame by the grace of God. But at the same time, self-reflecting and then, getting into, well, who do you want to be? Who do you want Micah to become? And from there, I just started putting on what I wanted to put on. I shed the old, put on the new. And I was like, Lord, whatever you want for my life, I'm going to walk into it. However you want me to be, I'm going to walk into that. It's not comfortable to do all this changing and transformation. But, I trust you in this transitioning. And it got to a point where I was like, I don't care if you don't like me. I talk with an accent. I'm 5'2", I'm short. I'm a little loud at moments. But this is who I am. And I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? So, and I'm super smart. And I got a little messy mouth at times. But I'm funny. And this is who I am, though. Either you like it or not. And I'd rather be comfortable with people who don't like me instead of pretending, to be someone that you like. And I don't like myself. And I don't want that. I don't want to live a life where I'm hating me internally and I want to sit here and judge you or look at you and compare myself to you. And that's not fair. I don't want that for me. I want to be so happy in here that you can be happy in you because I'm happy in here. You know what I mean? So yeah, it took a lot of work. It's a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of, addressing things we've gone through and have come out of, a lot of, where do you want to be? You know what I mean? People don't have a vision for themselves and for their future and for their lives. And it's like, the word says, people without a vision, they perish. And if you don't have a vision for who you are, where you're going, do you even know where you're going? My man told me, he said, I know where I'm going. And I was like, dang, that's so sexy because so many people don't even know where they're going. But because you know where you're going, and I know who you're led by, I'll follow you. Yeah. I have no issue with that. But when you get to some people, they don't even know where they're going.
Yeah.
They don't even know where they're going tomorrow. It's like, shit, what are we doing? No, this is facts.
Yeah.
They don't even know what's your vision. You can ask them like, well, and it's like, yeah, see, we can't be friends. Because either you're going to have to be the person, who I can help you get a vision, or, or you just won't. And I can't carry you with mine unless you're just in there. Right. But sometimes that happens too with people who are part of your vision. You know what I mean? And I can put you in my vision and we can do this together. But people don't be having a vision. People without a vision, they do perish for without having a vision. That's the word. And that's facts. So.
You know what I liked about what you just said? The fact that you said, I want to be myself and I want you to get something out of me being myself. And that is your purpose because you are people are getting something for you walking in the room, and like you said, I might got a little bit of a dirty mouth, but people are getting something from that. When Micah walks in the room, it's like, there go Micah, what's up? Like, it's a good feeling, and we sometimes don't realize that being our authentic self and who we are is also helping others.
Absolutely.
It's also, letting people see who you are and you being authentic, and they feel good when you walk in the room. It's like you're a breath of fresh air. You light up a room because I know Micah. I know she gonna tell me the truth about whatever. I know she gonna be funny. I know she gonna, and that can really, really, you don't know how much of an impact that you have when you can be your authentic self.
I love
It's your purpose to be that to other people. It's not just you. It's not just about you talking about God. It's about your impact on other people too. So I like to hear you say that.
Thank you for that.
You have to make an impact on me. That's why I'm glad you're here. So I want to give you a flowers. No, absolutely, because I respect the fact you are authentic yourself. It helped me be my authentic self on the pull-up experience. Because like stuttering, I remember first time I got to stutter. Forget all that. Stutter all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not just being that, but just being. I can be real estate agent. I can be talk about God. We talk about everything on here.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fact we can be authentic self. And I like to get your flock once again. You kind of paved that way because I know I've seen you, and I'm like, she's doing her thing and whatnot. She's her. There's no other her. She's her. And I'm like, I want to be me. So I walk out to people, and it's so funny because you see little pieces of what you want to take from the people. We like, I can only be me, and you are you. Yeah, so shout out to you.
Unapologetically.
Yeah.
So do you sometimes find it a challenge being in radio and dealing with different artists and everything? Because I know with, your walk with Christ and everything, sometimes that can be a little bit challenging at times, because their lifestyle may not kind of match your lifestyle. Are you able to just figure it out, in regards to just still having to do your job, interviewing them and things like that without, judgment? Sometimes with walking with Christ, it could be a challenge with the people of the world and their, mindset.
I would just
how do you
say
overcome that?
Representation. I was, because I did when I first started to give my life to Christ. I was like, Lord, I'm conflicted because I work at this station and, we play this kind of music, and it's like, I ain't trying to really hear that no more. But, you still have to embody his light, because how can I reach them when they don't even come to where we are, Which is how we got Micah's group chat. We'll get to that in a minute, but not yet. But so, because I'm always, we hear all this today. The song said, suck it, look in your eyes, and tell you what you like. And I was like, oh my goodness, in spite of what, life once was, is like, they be saying that, and the kids be rapping this. This is crazy. But, my only goal is for them to see, Christ in me. It's not for them to just see me, but it's always like, do you see Jesus when you see me? Do you see his faithfulness when you see me? Do you see his love when you see me? Do you see like how he betray us when you see me? You know what I mean? So I only want them to see me. So even in that, I've had artists who come in there very dark. They sold whatever they sold. And it's like, well, that's, do your thing, but I'm not here to preach unless it gets to that point. Sometimes it gets to the point where I have to be like, okay, listen, this is the word of God. But sometimes it does not. But whatever God wants me to do, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it with grace. I'm not going to sit here and be judgmental. And I had to battle myself with that because I used to be like, and it's like, well, he still died for them too.
Yeah, come on.
Booty shorts or not, he still died for her too, 100 bodies or not, he still died for that too.
On,
you know what I mean? So she a little high right now, but he still died for that too. So your only goal is to always emulate who he is and how we walk in our life and in our character. And that's what I try to embody with myself in all that I do, whether it's still being a mother, whether it's being a girlfriend, well, not girlfriend, but a wife coming. And whether it's being, here now, my only goal is to make sure that Christ gets the glory out of what I do. So even in my interviews, it's like, Lord, okay, this is a little different, but have your way, So yes.
No, that's good. So I do want to talk about I can say, I know everyone tries to get back in their own way, but you have done it in a unique way that's, once again, your own. Micah's group chat. You will put together these events where people can be their authentic selves, a safe space where people talk about issues that they're going through. And where did that stem from? Where did that come from?
Yeah, so group chat originated in February of this year, 24. I think it was actually on Valentine's Day. And the goal was, Remy Martin had endorsed me and wanted me to get out in the clubs. Mind you, I don't do this kind of thing no more. So for me, it was like, I can't go. I don't, this is not what God want me to do. Like this, still like. So I can't. And I was like, they said, well, what can you do? And I said, well, I can talk. I can speak. And we'll put together an event and talk. And I was like, well, what I'm talking about, I don't know. So on the radio at 11 a.m., I do a segment called Group Chat where I give a topic. It could be about, whatever. And people will comment on this group chat, the most crazy, absurd things. And it went viral so many times that I was like, oh, we're going to just bring group chat and put it in person. Why not? But my thought wasn't it was going to become this huge thing. I just thought it was going to be like a nice little 1 off, 2 off, 3 off, and be done with it.
Right.
But what ended up happening was that, it became a healing space in a sense of people. Topics and subjects, God always gets brought up. And I'm telling you, I would try to avert because I want to be business-like and mindful of others' beliefs and respect. But he always, it don't matter who's on my panel, I don't even know what they be believing, but they be like, yes. And I'd be like, okay, Lord, just do your thing. And so it started in February. This is the 9th one coming up on the 22nd of this month, November. And it's just been very profound in the sense those that come, they come leaving something there and picking something good up for when they leave there. So our last one was about good grief, about losing someone you love, or a relationship, or a divorce, or your old self, grieving and mourning, who you once was and still not knowing who you are yet. But we just mentioned grief, and people came spilling everything out about, you don't even know what people be carrying sometimes. Yeah. They came in there and they just like, and I'm just like, okay. I see what you're doing, Lord, and, just do your thing. And as long as you are driving this ship, I'm on it. But the minute it's not for you, I'm okay with letting it go. You know what I mean? But Micah's group chat is that. It's a safe space, but I know this is also a healing space for people that want something, people that want to go to that next level, people who are seeking out answers and, like, perhaps don't feel comfortable telling a friend or a family member, or, feel a little bit of shame or guilt or judged by somebody, something. They come there and they're like, I want to speak and I got something to ask or say, and they do that. And they do it without feeling like, oh, they're going to make fun of me or laugh or talk about me. No, we're not. We're just going to pray for you and keep it pushing. We see at the next event on the 22nd, and the next one in December, and the next one in January. Then we're going to throw a big one in February for the year anniversary, but that's what it's become. And I thank God for that, because people come and they get what they need. If they don't go to church, you come to group chat, you went to church. You got what you needed.
That's true.
So,
that's wonderful.
So, yeah.
That's true.
And shout out to you, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like you made it your own, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ring Mar's like, you know what? We want you to do the club. Oh, no, we don't do Micah's way.
And it's free. And it's free.
Right.
And it's free. So we don't charge you no money. We give you drinks. We do have some drinks, and we do feed you. I got Noir Aesthetics coming up with the massage chair for this one for the first hour. So now I'm like getting sponsors to come help and like give experience. I want it to be this real big, like, I don't even know what I want, but I got a vision, right? But I want it to be this real big, like, I don't even know, this experience of like freedom or just like happiness and like this joy you get in a sense. When you walk in, you're like, I don't feel no problem. I don't care what I'm going to forget them kids. Nah. But you just walk in there, you just like, man, this is, you feel God's presence in there, That's what I wanted to become. And so yeah, man, God is good.
No,
all the time.
And I can attest, I've been to a few of them, y'all, and always was a blessing. Bless my soul, the panelists, the discussions. Like you said, just being able to just have a safe space to really just freely talk about this topic and really delve into it. I mean, I got my girls coming in November, so I'll see you there. You know what I mean? So it's it's a time to be had. So make
It's
sure
the-
y'all check it out.
It's the things that we don't want to discuss, the ugly pieces, like our mindsets, or like your mother's and father's trauma. You know what I mean? That we don't. We want to kind of cover things up and hide it. I'm just like, rip it off. I'm tired. You know what I mean? Why you so positive? Because I done ripped it off. Like I don't care what you see. I don't care no more. We're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna dive into now this one coming up about the red flags and green flags, everything in between when he wants to find her. So I got married men speaking about how they found their one. I got that single who wants to find his one, and so we're just going to talk about this one. The next one will be about hair loss in women, and our black women. Yeah, like we don't eat the proper food and nutrition for our hair to be keeping our edges, and then we want to put on this extra edge control. That's why my hair covered up because we don't know what's in it, but it's eating up at your edges. Just like and you don't have no magnesium in your body, you don't got no iron in your body, you don't got no supplement on your body, and it's like. You know, so we deep dive into the root of our problems to fix it because I'm tired of our people being so traumatized.
That is such a great
I'm so sick of it.
That is a great. I mean, you could get the whole everybody.
I got a woman who studies scalp. She's coming. Her only thing to do, she don't style hair, is to treat your scalp and to examine it and to tell you what's wrong. If you're lacking blood flow in this area, if you have too much oil in your hair and your follicles can't grow because it's supposed to be 6 coming out of one hole, but you only got one out of this hole, and it's supposed to be 6 hairs. It's like, well, what's the issue? Oh, your blood flow ain't coming up here, and it's like, well, how do I fix it? Well, you need this, this, and this, and we don't know this stuff. We just want to be slayed, but you're not even healthy. And I know because that was my life. You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, fix me up, and while she fixes up my hair, I'll make sure I get my minerals that I need in my body to be able to grow hair from the inside out. So yeah.
So how do you find these topics though?
That's
Like
that right there. That's why I said everybody
December
coming
20th.
in.
Yeah,
that's
December
right
20th.
before my birthday. Yes.
And it's free.
So we like have these topics already planned out, or just like on a day-to-day basis, like that'd be great for a group chat right there.
I always ask God what He wants me to do. A lot of what I do, a lot of even how I dress, even how I speak, and you know how my hair is styled at times. I'm like, Lord, you know, what do you want for this? You know, I try to give Him the very first of all that I do.
That's good.
You know, it's an honor to serve such an amazing God that has kept me in my right mind throughout my whole life. And so I'm like, okay, what do you want for group chat in December? Show me, Lord. And at some point, something happened and come up, and I'm like, oh, that's it. And I'm like, you know, I was getting my scalp treated, and she's just sitting there watching, doing what she's doing, and I'm getting like this charcoal scalp therapy and like this red light UV on my scalp. And then I was like, women and hair loss, they got a problem. And I'm like, you know, oh, that's the one for December. So I already got that one planned out. January, I have not thought about
Talk
yet.
about dudes' beards not connected to. Make sure you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That sounds good. Thank you for that. Yes. Why he can't grow hair? Because you can't. Your genes. Your daddy ain't have it. You ain't gonna have it. Your kids ain't gonna have it. That's what it is. That you pray for it though. God can make it happen. Boy, I know follicles in there. No. Let it go. I'm sorry, y'all. But
that was true.
No, that is a good conversation with men. Like men do be need some hair too.
Yeah, they struggle with that.
No shame.
Yeah. And
Beard
and scalp.
They
They struggle.
I like
They be
the body
holding on.
stuff.
They be holding on.
I love
to
bald
that.
heads.
I do too.
I do.
They definitely work.
I don't know about the baby face look, but the bald head look is cool.
Yeah.
You must know how to get the hair. You got all that hair in your head. You better get up here and tell them something. Berries. You be having berries. You eat a lot of strawberries.
Steve's so cool. He's like, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's our health guy. He's always eating good for the most
So
part.
he know that. He know about it.
Oh yeah, he does.
That blood flow like this over there.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Hair coming from everywhere.
His chromosomes is locked in. He ain't lacking no white blood cells whatsoever. Immune system is superior, optimal health.
I'm gonna be over there like, I got my blood flow. I'm the
No,
doctor.
for sure. That's a real thing that we don't look into.
Yeah.
Because we look so healthy, but then you don't know what's happening in your body internally. And then, you know, we don't really eat the best foods. That processed food, we can get into this all night. This is what I do.
No, listen. Doctor, excuse me. Can you make sure my blood flow is what it needs to be? Okay?
Yes.
So since you have so many things going on, where do you see yourself? What do you want? What is your ultimate goal, Michael? What do you want to do? You following God. I know you following the path that He's laid out for you. But what do you want to do? What's your passion? What radio? I know your personality is great. So you could kind of do whatever. When you have a good personality and you can speak to people and you can make people feel good, you can kind of do whatever. Is there something else that you like to do?
So I've been called to do a number of things, and my dad, he's a pastor, so I grew up very religious and a PK. So I done went through all the storms. Any storm you think you've gone through, I've done it 10 times. Every storm, from abuse to drugs to rape, in a sense, to whatever storm you think I have not, overcame, and abandonment, whatever you want to call it, like stress, depression, oh yeah, suicide, oh yeah, any storm I can raise my hand and be like, okay, that was me, right? So, what God has done for me was, even throughout my darkest times, has brought me out and has kept me in those times, and has said, I'm going to wash you up. And, in spite of what you have done and been through and what they said about you and how they did leave and betray you and treat you, I'm going to wash you up. And you're going to speak for me now. I gave you the mic to speak on this platform for all this other extra crap, no shade. But you done all this extra, shake it. You did all that. That was cool. That was for them, though. But now I need you to work for my side, for the kingdom side. And so even in that same sense, I was like, yeah, that's cool, Lord. I hear you, but this is what I know. This is what I know. I don't know this. And so there were plenty of times where I took my foot to go back to what I knew, and he'd still be like, nope. And I would go back, and he'd be like, nope. And then I go back, and he'd like, shake, sit down right here. So my testimony is, I got my sister's kids I'm raising her 3 kids and my two kids. So I got 5 kids I'm raising. Mom passed away within that 6 months spending me getting 5 kids. She passed away. And then it's just me and God. My friends left me because I had 5 kids, so I'm not the cool VIP chick because I got the 5 kids to raise. So then that calmed down. So I'm like, Lord, whatever you're doing, please do it quickly, because this is crazy. But ultimately, what he wanted me to do is to speak to his people. And that's kind of what happened with Micah's group chat. And so in the future, what I already know what's going to happen is that I'm going to have to speak a lot more. And on top of that, I know my gift is to help heal. And so I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. I understand. This is going to be different. But whatever you want for my life, I'm going to walk in that path, in that zone. I'm cool with that. Which does still, me having to shed other habits and shed the old and get the new. Me being in the proper cocoon to become the proper butterfly for this, season of my life. And so what I want to do is just speak to help. I want to listen. I want to be able to teach what I know and what I've gone through. I want to be able to be that beacon of light that is like, okay, if you are in that storm, baby, it's going to pass as well. You know what I mean? Because there's no storm I have not been through that I have not weathered. I could be in a storm right now, you wouldn't even know. Because God's grace is just that good. So in 3 years, I just told him I do this. He's like, what's your vision for you in 3 years? I said, private jet. Flying out to go speak, kids in the back, you snoring in front of me, mouth open. But that's what I see. And me just up watching the family and me just praying and me getting ready to go speak and, help heal the land, heal the people. And that's what I want to do. I want to help heal the people. I want to be able to touch and lay hands, and you just like, I don't know what just happened. But you know what I mean? That's what I want. And if he wants that too, then I would love to do that for the kingdom. So
that's a great vision, by the way.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yeah. It makes me feel like, I haven't been on the show for a while. I dip and dab, and I come in and I come out. But here, just these 2 episodes tonight, it just the hope and the faith and the our people coming together. It feels really good. I'm so glad that because sometimes I just be like, I'll sit in the background, or I'll be like, I'll see y'all, and it's no shade to any of the guests or anything like that, but a lot of times, like I say on the show, I protect my mental. I got to protect my mental, my family, but sometimes it's exactly what I need. And I'm so happy that I came on the shows, because hearing both of you tonight is just like I said, it's faith and it's hope, and it just feels really good, and I love to see it. And I'll be at the next one. I'm with it, and I'm happy to. Proud of you, I guess I can say. Proud of you that you're out here and you're walking in God's light. That's wonderful. That's wonderful to have that.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I got a question, Ms. Dixon. With that being said, everything God's called you to do, and I'm only talking from my own experience, there's such thing as sometimes getting exhausted or getting, not getting exhausted, but like, how do you stay motivated when you've been called to do these things?
Yeah. Again, it's just me being yoked to him. I just did a podcast about this, being attached to him, because we can sometimes as people and being human attach ourselves to other people that, you know, they make you angry. You angry now, but God's word says be not angry. But why are you giving that person that much power over you?
Right.
That situation that much power and control over you. You know, why are you letting it get you exhausted? Like, you know, when it comes time to work for God, it's nothing about God that's exhausting. It's like, you know, this is it. Y'all don't ever get with him and be like, this feels good. You know, when I knew that God loved me is when, you know, I had to get these 3 kids that I was trying not to raise, and I was like, this is crazy. You know, I'm the it chick. I'm about to raise other 3 kids. My money is good. I'm straight. But at a certain point, I felt convicted, and I knew I would have to get them, and that's what ended up happening. But I would tell him, like, Lord, you know, if you give me the strength and grace, you know, I will do this for you. I will do it. Because flesh is like, nah, that's crazy. Yeah. But in my spirit, I'm like, man, I know I got to take this on. I know it's going to change me. I know it's going to be a lot of work, stress, because there are 3 different kids. My sister, she done raised, and she raised them how she raised them, and my kids already mannerable and got discipline. And it's like, so, but I was like, give me the strength and grace, and I'll do this for you, Lord God. So me just being attached to God, me doing my fasting, me praying, me seeking, me just giving up what I once was and who I once was in my old ways, and me being stuck to what his word says, you know what I mean? Come unto me, all that labor and I heavy laden, I'll give you rest. Me finding rest in him and being like, man, I done did you so dirty. You really could have been like, you could pass away tomorrow. You know, you could let that gunshot could have hit me, and I would have been out of here. You could let that car hit me when I was in a high-speed car chase, and I could have flipped over or whatever, but you didn't even let that happen to me. And I deserved for that to happen, though, but you didn't even let that happen to me. So when I realized, like, dang, you do love me, and I'm like, this is love?
Wow.
I get to breathe and not be sick in my body. I may not have edges, but I got vision. I can hear. I can speak. I'm sorry. They coming back though. We really can show my edges. They growing back now. I got the horsetail taken in my career.
She tried to slip that in.
Real quick.
I was out here like, I'm over here like,
because I'm funny. I can't help it, y'all. Let me see. They is good, y'all. They not bad. Leave my hat alone. But I was just telling him, like, you know, I deserve whatever bad come my way, and yet you still kept me. I was selling drugs. I was a trap queen. You know, I had pounds in my trunk. I was her. And I'm like, you didn't even let me get pulled over one time, and I had my kids in the car. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I gotta do this for you. It's only right that I step up and do what you have called me to do. And so even with saying that, you know, that's when I knew, like, dang, you love me. You never betray me. You watched me do dirty stuff and was like, don't let her get hit by that car. You know, keep her. Let her sleep safe at night. Nobody get in her house and know why she's sleeping by herself. Like, she drunk, get her home safe. You know what I mean? Like, you kept me this whole time, and I didn't have to be kept, but I knew because of that you love me. And I knew from that, you know, being with him just felt good. So I don't get tired of working for him. When it's for him, it's like I look forward to it. You know, I had a 4 day today, but coming here, I said, I'm going to do it. And I was like, Lord, you know, be there before I even get there. So when I came in, I heard him talking about faith. I was like, all right. I was like, okay, do your thing. But now when it comes to him, I don't get exhausted, but I do get rest when I need to. I do. When I got to rest, I tap out of social media and everything. I'll be like, no. Yeah, I take my rest. My mom didn't play that. She always be like, get you sleep, go get your rest. You know, this is enough. You do three events in a weekend. That's enough. You tired, go to bed. So I do. I get my rest for sure.
I don't think you understand. You just blessed me right now. I need to hear that or whatnot. So thank you, Miss Dixon, because I need to hear that. Because you know,
edges and all.
Yeah. You know, you're right. I need to hear that. So thank you.
He still love me. Okay. I be like, do you see I'm your daughter. Give me some action.
And then not even said, just like looking back at your own life as a testimony as to how good God is or whatnot. And I don't think not enough of us do that. You know what I'm saying? You was able to write them off like you play them back.
Because I have lived this life. I wish y'all could make it a movie one day. But if y'all knew what I've done and what I had to, you know, go through, I wasn't always this good girl, but I was a good girl, right? But I just have done things that you think should be, you know, awarded with the bad, because you've done enough bad to where it's like you should be judged, you should be hanged, you should be, and God was like, no, that's mine. You know what I mean? I'm like, go get him, Daddy, because yes, don't play about me, and he don't play about me. I've seen things where people have done me dirty and they get their karma, and I was like. So So let me not play with you because I don't want to be like what happened with them. It's happened so much. It's happened like last week. And I'm like, I'm just like, okay, this is the only way to go is this way right here.
The only way.
Because everything else just don't work. And I've tried every other way. I've tried every single other way to do my life and lead my life. It just does not work. Only his way. He's the only way, truth, and the life. That is the scriptures. And that's facts. And I can talk about it because I've done all that you think I have not. You know what I mean? I've tried other ways, other beliefs. I've tried, speaking to other things. And I've tried people. I don't put my belief and faith in man. Man is great. I love my man. He's amazing. Literally top tier man. My man is him.
Okay.
But even he know above him is him.
That's right.
And I was like, I love you, but him. But I'd be like, Lord. But I'd be like, hey, make sure my man's with you because be for real. The minute he ain't with you, the minute I'm like, all right, I got to pray for you because you acting different. But even he know he love how much I love Christ. He said, I love you. The one thing he love about me, his thing about me that is his favorite is that I love God. It's not because, I look good or because I can talk or because, she got a nice body. Or it's because I'm hitting my knees and I'm praying. It's because I'm fasting because I'm like, Lord, cover him. And he knows that. And he'll be like, because of how much I love God, he like, well, let me start loving him how you love him.
That's good.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful, though.
And then he's also going to Bible school. And he's a theologian, so he knows all these terms I don't know. He's very biblical, very religious. And I'm like, for me, same thing in a sense, but I'm relationship. You know what I mean? It's not me practicing it on a Sunday, and then Monday I'm back to what I was doing. No, I'm still on my same path. Like, Lord, I love you in the morning. I love you at night. Throughout my day, I love you. My kids love you. My kids learn about you. I'm on this pool of experience talking about God. Like, do you see me, Lord? You happy that I'm doing this, Lord? He's like, that's my daughter. Do you see her? And the angels be like, here, go, Micah. You feel me? And I be like, yup, that's me. But, I just thank God for just, being here, for being on this platform and being able to speak about him and not be ashamed, because so many of us could be ashamed of, like, our belief. You see how I was like, I didn't want to say that so loud.
No.
But it's like, all right, they cool?
Yeah. No, for real. Some people just uncomfortable.
Yeah. And I understand and I respect that, so.
We all for it right here.
No, listen.
That's right.
That's beautiful having your own platform. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want. And try to stop if you want to, okay?
I agree.
Yes, no. Okay. So that being said, let's talk about if someone wants to, because one thing I want someone who's watching this, to encourage them if they want to become a radio personality, what advice you give them to get started today?
For sure. First, I would say get some experience. It's easy because you have different outlets to get experience. Get some experience in your bag. Start building a brand now. Now, people that hire you go for what you already have. It's not them building you no more. It's not them teaching you. It's like, what do you come with? What value can you bring to us that we will hire you? So, start now. Start talking now on some kind of platform. Start interviewing somebody somewhere now. On YouTube or whatever you want to do, Spotify, however. Get your brand, start your own marketing, and be prepared to have it ready. And also know somebody that worked there, because that's an easy way to get in there, somebody that works there. That's how I got in. So, Harley Boy!
Shout out to Harley Boy.
Yeah, that's my dog, man. He's still the same he was when he met me years ago. Still tight, still amazing, still protective, still like my little sister. And I'm like, for sure.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
So what she's saying is y'all should start your own podcast.
Period. But don't just do it because you just want to do it, but do it with purpose.
With a purpose.
And make sure it's
Come on,
good.
Mike. So I got hit that a couple times.
No, people just want to talk, and I be like, I'm tired of people talk about like just nothing. Like, just some people got to be quiet. Like this, I hope this year people start to be quiet. Because the people don't
Hush
the noise.
I agree.
They just be like, yeah. That's not cool just to be and we forget that life and death are in the power of the tongue. So as we speak, we should watch our words. We just be on here saying anything, and it's like, you know what I mean? You speaking out all this negativity or whatever you're saying, and people receiving that, and you put that on them. Now you're guilty.
Let 2025 be the year of less mics.
No, I like that for sure. For sure.
So I see another relationship podcast.
Or dating advice, and you ain't even done it successfully.
Right.
Please be quiet.
Anything
if you're
that
not
you
married
done
happily and successfully, I don't care if you got 100 years with him married. Was it tortured or not? What happened? Because ain't no way I'm about to listen to you and you over here like, I'm cool. I'd be like, no. It's too much. It's so much information that people just be like, you get overstimulated. Now you just tired of watching because it's like, I don't even know what to believe because there's so much.
No, for real.
You got to close your ears and be like, I'm cool.
Like the Bible says,
Do it with purpose. If you're gonna do it with purpose. Don't just do it because it's cool, it's a fad, it's trendy. Do it with purpose. Because I'm pretty sure, as radio is doing its own, way of transitioning to podcasting a lot more. One day this will go to something else as well. It'll be a whole new ChatGPT that'll be like, or AI that'll be like,
Right.
giving you what you want to know in here. So do it with purpose.
Well, you know what? I've asked a question before about the ChatGPT and you feel like the future, but I feel like they can't mimic you. They can't mimic the personality behind it or whatnot.
That's true.
Because chat they can figure all that stuff, but like the person that makes the personality that goes with the show, that goes with the podcast, they can't mimic that.
No, for sure.
So shout out to you once again.
Thank you.
So one of the things that the Political Spirits we like to do, we had these simple questions, right? And I can't wait to ask you these questions because I know they're gonna be fire. But everyone is different like a snowflake, right? From you being Cleveland bred or whatnot, how do you feel we can change the narrative of Cleveland not being a collaborative place? Because you're a massive collaborator. Shout out to Butter, by the way. You know what I'm saying? That's my sister.
That's my girl.
Yeah.
Hey, Butter.
She's beautiful. Yeah.
But how do you feel like we change the narrative? Because you've seen it for what it is.
Yes.
You've been to Columbus. You've been to other places and whatnot. Unfortunately, Cleveland still has the stigma that we don't come together. How can we change that?
It's a mindset thing, honestly. It's us, already being here and not having it. They say crabs in a barrel. Okay, fine. We get it. But it's just how we are coming together and collaborating. Mm-hmm. It's just a mindset. It's people, getting out of that way of thinking and changing to something different. Like, you don't have to think that Cleveland don't collab, because we do. Now, is it the majority of us? No, but this is the start.
Come on now.
This is the branch. And that way, if my branch or my tree can reach your tree, and we're branched, and I'm reaching yours, and we're branched, and you get them, and then we can't be complaining no more. But it's just us having to get out of that. Oh, I'm competing with, I look better than, nobody care about that. Them people is fading. If you don't know, they're fading out. That kind of thinking is so fading. And now we're in this holistic wellness age that temperament is already dying. So it's either get with this wave or miss out and get left, because we're not keeping up with Joseph no more. We living happily and freely in our mindset and from so on. And that's just, if you have not seen and noticed what's happening, it's already happening.
It's already happening. That hurt lady.
So it starts with you though. You as a person. You and your mindset, and we already got it started here, and we'll keep it going and so on.
Great answer. With that being said, madam, you have collaborated with a lot of great brands and corporations. Who you like to collaborate with in the future?
It could be anything.
Any person, any entity, any corporation.
Collaborate with. Okay. This is a great question, because I don't know off the top of my head. But again, there's so many amazing businesses that are here in Cleveland. Like, even you just had Josh with Digital C on. I would love to somehow bring him on to group chat. I would love to somehow have the group chat. Yeah, I really want the banks. Hey, banks, sponsor me. Give me your money. I have the people. You want the people? Give me the money, right?
Yes.
But whoever matches my vibe, I would love to collab with. If your brand makes sense with my brand, let's just put it together. But I don't just want any kind of collab. I want the divine connections.
Come on now.
Whoever you got from me, Lord, send them. If you watch this and you like, this would be great, come on, let's talk, let's pitch it, let's get it popping, sign paperwork, and that's it. So, So yeah.
So I know this guy got a podcast, right?
I said we can collab.
Yes, you did, madam. So thank you. Shout out to you, madam.
Well, Michael, we are having such a grand time with you. Once again, thank you for coming out, and sticking in there with us. I know that, our episode went a little over, but you were very patient. We appreciate you. Yes. But not only that, but we just know, not only you're just a phenomenal woman, but you're going to have a phenomenal legacy as well. And speaking of legacy, what would you like the legacy to be for you as an individual? What would you like the legacy to be for you on the entrepreneur side?
Wow, that's another great question. Y'all like to get deep over here. All right. Now I got to think. Legacy for me as an individual, Josh was talking about telling your story. And one thing my story does tell, of course, is that it is an empowerment. I would love a legacy that leaves, this story of a woman who did not quit, who gave her life to Christ and had faith in him to get her through. And therefore, she shined no matter what. So I would want it to be a legacy about, of course, the Most High God, Yahuwah, Yahweh, Jesus Christ. Y'all are going Jehovah. Which one? It's all him. It's all him. The one in the Bible. Okay, the one in the Bible. And I want it to be about, breaking the curses and the breakthroughs and defying the odds and of what your life was supposed to be like, and making that difference. And me, I know for my family, my bloodline, personally, I'm the one that it didn't get past. I'm the one that drugs couldn't even get with. You know what I mean? I'm the one that was like, after me, it ain't happening to my kids. So I would love for my legacy to be that. For my children, they're going to start off with this kind of plate. And from that plate, I'll teach them how to properly eat and to keep themselves fed, and they'll feed their children. As an entrepreneur, I'm the money queen, baby. We rich. We rich. We got money. But not only that, I would love to teach other people how to get money and how to invest and how to have assets, opposed to just a savings account, but how to have wealth, and how to keep money keep coming out your pockets. And we think because we be with Christ, we have to be broke, and that's not true. God had women around him that was rich in the Bible. They had their struggles, but they weren't broke. They had money. So I'm like, hey, Lord, if they did, Samuel was the king, and he was the richest one they ever had.
That's true.
I'm trying to be on that type of time. So as an entrepreneur, even Micah's group chat, it's not money I seek. It is just to help people. But I know even in that same, sentence, God's going to bless it to be whatever he wants it to become. And me speaking, granted, I'm not here to charge, but it's like, I know it's going to come with what it come with. But even with that, I would want people to be able to learn how to get wealth, gain wealth, and keep it, and give it to their children. So empowerment, of course, with the blood of Jesus, and also wealth, like money, not the look of it. I don't want the Chanel bag, no. I want to buy Chanel company.
Right.
If I want to.
Come on now.
If I want to. Yes. I want my yacht, I want my jet, I want my island, I want my farmland.
Right.
So.
And it be yours.
Yeah, and it's mine. It's like signed, dotted. Ain't no me paying it once a month. I cashed out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Amen.
Or they gave it to me for free because God said, give her the company. If she ain't paying for this card, give her the card. I want to walk in like that where they be like, I want that favor to be so favored that you like, I don't know why this coat look it fit you, but here. And it's like, thanks. I want it to be like, when I walk in there, I want it to be like, you know what I mean? Because God would do that.
Yes, he
will move like that for you.
10 times over.
I want to be in that kind of obedience, that kind of time to where my kids are blessed because I'm blessed. I want it to be where I touch you, I'm blessed, or you're blessed. We're going to speak that.
That's it.
You know what I mean? I want to be where I look in your direction. You like,
hello?
I received that.
we live on this street. This block is blessed.
Yes.
That's what I want it to be. So, a legacy of favor.
Yes.
Let me get that. Supernatural favor. That you look at me, you want to be like, I don't like, and you got to be like, you done bit your tongue. You can't even speak that in my direction. I want that kind of favor where it's like, man, I ain't.
All right.
I don't know why I got to tell you I love you, but I do. And it's like, I know. I don't know why I feel like this, but I feel better.
That's good.
Amen.
I love that. Legacy of favor.
Ooh.
That my bloodline is blessed.
Tight episode.
I want to have my next kid I have birth, blessed. Supernatural favor. My kids now supernatural favor, but the one I'm about to give birth, I'm not pregnant. But in the future, Jesus, Lord help me. But in the future, because I was seeing it in my mind, but favor. I want the favor just to flow. You know what I mean? I want it to just be all over me. You know?
That's a great legacy.
I want that. And it's possible.
It is.
Oh, yes. Oh,
It's
yes.
attainable.
Yes.
It's very much possible to have that kind of lifestyle to where people are going to give because it's like, I don't know why, but God would be like, take care. We just think wealth is just money. No. Wealth is favor too.
Ooh.
It's God being like, you ain't sick. I heard what the doctor said, but hold on here. There you go. And it's like, they just told me up on, Lord, I had. And it's like, no, you my daughter.
That's right.
Daddy don't play, y'all. Give it Daddy because he's the best.
Amen.
Indeed.
I'm telling y'all.
We
I'm
can
telling
attest
you.
that for sure.
I'm telling y'all.
What a way to end this night.
Yes. Because you touched on a lot of things, and very powerful, and your faith is just shining through.
Absolutely.
I love to see it. Yes. And with that being said, I want to know what you would like for our audience to take away from your interview.
Yeah.
It can be something that you've already spoke about, or something that you just want people to know about you or about whatever. 3 things that you want to give us. 3 more jewels that you want to drop.
3 things. Okay.
You've been dropping gems, madam.
Yeah, for sure.
I think one of my favorite ones, again, get a mentor and shut up, for sure. No, literally, I don't care what you're trying to pursue in life, but find someone that has already done it successfully and ask them to mentor you. And then when they mentor you and they give you what they have done, be quiet. Don't try to, no, just do it. It's going to work. I promise you, just do it.
That's so good.
Also, we always talk about how we say, keep God first, but do you really? Keep God first, but do you really apply what the Word of God says to your life? We read the Bible, we don't apply it. I would love for you to read it and start applying, I can do all things through Christ, which gives me strength. Start applying it to whatever adversity you are facing or going through. Apply the Word. Put the Word on what your problem is, situation is. Put the Word on your kids. Your kids acting crazy, children obey your Lord's. Children obey your parents and Lord, for this is right. Put the Word in your kids. Start praying for your kids in that sense, but start applying what we read so much and we take in so much. We don't apply what we have known. We got this knowledge and wisdom. We don't even use it. Why we go to school? We don't use what we have learned in school, but we'll sit there and somebody else teaches all day. No. Apply what you know, especially the Word of God. My last thing is, what is my last jewel?
Come on now, you've been hitting this with them left and right, man.
Speak it. One thing I've been doing this season is speaking what I wanted out loud. I've been telling my friends about my vision. They say, be quiet, don't tell them your goals, so they're going to hate on you. You can't. You can try, but it's already written in that I'm going to get this.
Oh, that's so good.
So speak it out. Tell them, I'm building my group chat. So Micah's group chat is not just the healing space, but I'm working on a nonprofit village where my mother's goal was to have all of her 9 kids and their children in one house together. She passed for that could happen. So my village is going to have, a place for fathers and mothers to bring their kids for 2-3 hours for the free. Bring your kid here, go get your nails done, get your lashes done, get your hair did, go on a quick date, go shop, go grocery store shop, go get you a relaxation. But the village will be for that reason for the fathers and mothers. And group chat will start to fund that village. But I'm speaking that now, so when it happens, you'll know that she spoke it and it happened. And that's my goal for next year, is to get the ground broken for that. So yes, speak it today. Use your words to speak life into yourself, into your children, to your work, into your money. Speak. I don't be having all the money I want, but I'm like, Lord, I need some money this week, today. Like, he'd be like, I don't know what he be doing, but he'd be like, oh, I'm like, thank you. So I don't think it's enough.
So true.
Now I'd be like, I want 2,000 a week. And I don't know where it's at, but it's going to be when he'd be like, it's like, yay, Speak it. Speak it as if it was. Speak it. What's the word say? Speak it as though it were. Yep. And that's what I do. That's why I say I'm a wife, because I know when I become a wife, that's what's going to happen. Right. So, yeah.
Miss Dixon, I don't think somebody watches like, I thought I was going to learn about radio or whatnot. They don't know. They going to get a whole word.
A lot more.
And they going to be better off have watched the interview. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
So most important question of the whole interview, where can people learn more about you? What can they learn about group chat and just get more of Miss Dixon?
I'm on all platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, of course, at the DOPEDIXON, the Dope Dixon. Micah's group chat on Instagram and Facebook at Micah's, MICAHS group chat. Follow us there and get more on the events coming up, and also more on me. My podcast stuff are in the bio, links right there. Tap in, I talk back. Don't say nothing crazy, because I respond crazy sometimes too. But for the most part, I just delete you and get rid of it and whatever. But, so yeah.
So listen, guys, that will be all in the show notes, and thank you once again.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you, really, because you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny, because like, I'm like, hey, come on the podcast one time. It's like, I'm going to get it there. And we here now. We here, so thank you.
See? I said I was coming, I came.
You did. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, guys, we got to pay some bills real quick, y'all. Real quick, November 10th, guys, we were having our last Let's Talk About It panel. We're talking about mental health and entrepreneurship. We're going to have to do a collab with a group chat. Let's talk about it one time.
That would be a great
We'll talk. Okay. But no, in all seriousness, guys, we want to talk about how, as entrepreneurs, we go through these spells, well, not even spells, how I want to say it. We go through these times in our lives where we feel overwhelmed, and we are going to have a panel of licensed and professional therapists and professionals who can help you during these crazy times. And I say great time because as statistics show us that during the holiday season, which is where we are in November going into Christmas time, these were the highest suicide rates that people unfortunately deal with during this time. So we're going to talk about that, talk about all these things, and have a great time. Have a safe space to talk about that.
Yes, indeed.
The kid will be not moderating per usual, whatnot, doing what she does best. It's going to be just a great time, y'all. So please get your tickets for that. Next up, guys, December 6th. Miss Dixon, are you a spades player?
I can. I used to play spades.
Okay, well that's good.
I used to play spades.
That's good. You got it on camera now. So, guys, December 6th, we were having our Spades Connect. Shout out to the Urban League Young Professionals and to the Pick a Block Honors. We were having an event, a social experiment, if you will, where we're going to pair you with a stranger and you're going to play spades together. And you might be a beginner spades player with a professional. It don't matter. We want you to work together to win.
I love that.
You know?
That's wonderful.
So, yes. So, guys, we'll be at the
venue on North Vine, December 6th.
Yes.
And we want to see everybody come out, have a good time. We have the game truck. We have Grippies. Yes. Gotta get the best chicken. One in New Orleans for the best chicken in New Orleans. Grippies will be there. We're gonna have an amazing time. We wanna vibe with everybody. We wanna see who really have those hands. You know, we really wanna see who has those hands, and we wanna have a good time, guys. Absolutely. And the deal is, if you can play spades with them, you can do business with them. So we always got to keep something going for the entrepreneurs so that we can continue to collaborate.
Absolutely. Something new and exciting. And I'm working on getting a little prize. Maybe championship belt. We'll work on that. You know what I'm saying? Having bragging rights, per se. Because, everybody got them hands. Okay, let's see it then. So, yes, guys, stay tuned for that. And lastly, guys, February, we are doing our entrepreneur dating games. So if you're single, not that kind of single, you're going to be on stage in front of other people, okay? And we're going to take entrepreneurs who are single with other entrepreneurs who are single, and we're going to mash them together and whatnot. So
sometimes it's hard to, keep a relationship going when you're an entrepreneur. So we want to try to make it easier if we can. We want you guys to hook up, meet, get to know each other. Let's try to figure out how we can keep these relationships strong as entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. So, guys, stay tuned for that. We will have tickets for that also up soon.
And make sure you guys tune into my podcast, Beauty Told. Again, having great, phenomenal guests. In fact, Micah might look familiar as one of those guests on one of my episodes, where we just take topics, we really take relational topics and really just expound on them. Again, the overall goal, guys, is to have a positive change. Again, if you can learn something from what we've been through, then we know it was a story well told on Beauty Told, and I cannot wait to see you guys there.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. You guys rock with us. You rock with Brittany. Stop playing.
Yeah.
And then lastly, guys, I want to do me two favors, actually. Do me a favor, in the show notes, we have an amazing team here at the Political Experience. We have Steve behind the camera. We got Michelle, once again, making sure that I don't mess up with scheduling people. We got Bree, who does the edits. We have Sam, who is a great host. We have Brittany, we have the kid. We have myself. Do me a favor, patronize these amazing people on the team who will do great work for you, okay? So do me that favor. And last, I want to thank you, the person watching, you, the person listening, because as of right now, 8 million views on YouTube. And please, I don't want to less than that. That's all God. I'm not taking no credit for that. That's going to show, once again, you guys want to hear these great stories like Micah's every week, by the way. Good job every week.
Every week.
Every week.
But once again, listen, until God says stop, we're going to keep going, okay? So just want to thank y'all. And once again, guys, this is episode 267.
Yes.
Roll to 300.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate you all.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Bye. Peace.